Should I really yap about women? I think it's rather simple. Most men just overcomplicate it. You don't need to be a Chad. You don't need to have a face as good looking as mine. You don't need any of these things, bruv. What you do need is money. Well, first of all, you don't need any money to attract women. But you need to be reliable. You need to bring them assurance. Your presence needs to bring them assurance. They need to feel safe around you. You need to make them excited, whether that's in a sexual sense or just in a normal sense. The date shouldn't be boring. You should be dominant during the dates. If you're going in for the kiss, right? Instead of doing some bitch boy shit where you're like, can I kiss you now? Look at the train. You read the situation, and if you don't want to risk it, put your hand out like this, where her cheek would be, or where her cheek would be. You half extend your hand across the table where her cheek would be. You look into her eyes, and look back at her lips, and then look into her eyes again, just to give her that subconscious notion that you're gonna kiss her. And then, if she puts her cheek where your hand is, you go in for the kiss. Mwah! Being good with women is all about not being a bitch boy. Some women do want bitch boys, but that's not a relationship. That's just like some weird fucking shit. Is that guy gonna call the cops on me? Who the fuck cares? We need to not give a shit about what people may do. That's also one big thing. Men that care about what the girlfriend's dad thinks or what the girlfriend's family thinks, or men that get insecure, get butthurt, never gonna get women in the long run. You're never gonna keep a woman attracted. She's gonna get turned off. Here, let's face. Actually, no. If I face this way, you all get a nice scenic view. I say yapping, but I don't even like this word. When people listen to what you say, when people want to listen to what you say, you're not a yapper. Yapping would be truly saying nonsensical stuff that nobody wants to listen to. But everybody wants to listen to me. Because I'm the 5. And I'm good with women. It is what it is, brother. So that's my How to Get Woman for Dummies course. If you want more autistic tips, then here they are. I'm just doing this off the dome. All of my videos are off the dome. It's never decided. There's never any scripts. If you want your first date to be successful, you need to plan out multiple places. Go here, then go there, then go there. Studies show that it makes a woman exponentially more familiar with you, even though... Alright, wait, hold on, let's back up a bit. Let's say you're spending 6 hours with a woman. Instead of spending 6 hours at your home watching Netflix, if you go to the mall, and then you go to the movies, and then you go bowling, she is gonna feel like she knows you way more, even though it might just be an illusion. Going to multiple places on the first date is a big one. I'm trying to think of more autistic tips to help. Be well groomed. Obviously brush your tongue. Or if you have a tongue cleaner, use that. I don't know why that's not normalized. Every morning you gotta that's where the fucking breath is. That's where the breath is. You gotta brush your tongue, bruv. Tongue clean is everything. good perfumes. That's obvious shit. I'm trying to think of autistic things that I know. I'm trying to think of autistic. Alright. Here's another autistic thing that you know. That I know, sorry. If a woman is avoiding eye contact with you on a date, that is a good thing because it means she's intimidated by you. All the pussies watching the video, oh no, it's not a good thing. No, women should be intimidated by you and your presence. Because if they're intimidated, that means that you're worth considering and that you're a man. And there's respect there. If she's not intimidated by you, God, that is not a good fucking thing, bro. No, she should be intimidated by your frame, by your ability to not give a fuck, by how you stand on principle. She should be intimidated by all of that shit. It should be fucking intimidating. I intimidate women. You see me here, just lax, don't giving a fuck. Cops get called to me, I still wouldn't give a fuck. Anything happens, I still don't give a fuck. And that doesn't mean that I don't care about people, but it just... the reactions of these people and the world do not bother me. Back to my points. A woman, if she's intimidated by you, you've done well. Here's something you do to show dominance. Let's say that this girl is named... what's a good name? Let's say her name is Lumerance. Lumerance is avoiding eye contact with you. She's looking down, not really looking you in your eyes. Look me in my eyes, Lumerance. And then you just fucking wait. Silence. If you're sat side by side on a bench with a girl and she's looking at her phone, all this stuff, she's not looking at you, you turn to her. Look me in my eyes, Lumerance. And then you just fucking wait. And you just fucking wait. And obviously, her avoiding eye contact isn't just a thing of being intimidated by you. It's also just being awkward on a date, being uncomfortable, right? But she wouldn't be awkward and uncomfortable around a guy that she just considers a friend or somebody that she considers to be a soft boy, a bitch boy. So yeah. Any more autistic things like... see, general advice, there's too many people giving general advice on the internet. I'm trying to think of off-the-dome autistic tips that would help men on their first dates or on any of their dates or just with women in general. Putting your hands on her neck when you're going in for the kiss also shows dominant, and she'll like it. See, if you just go for some bitch boy kiss, it's never gonna make her wet. But if you've read the situation and you think it's fine for you to put your hands on her neck when you're going in for the kiss, then do that. And as time goes on, you can squeeze a bit more on her neck to show more dominance. Guys, don't reject your inner masculinity and how you feel. Gods gave men dominance because that's what we were meant to be. Think about it. We all, as men, we reject these dominant characteristics or these dominant thoughts or these dominant things that we have in our minds. We all reject it. But that's exactly what women wants from you. Women want to be choked. Women want to be choked. Don't be a retard and just choke her on the first date. But as time goes on, you squeeze more and you squeeze more. Never fucking fully choke her and like make her fucking die. But like, that's what women want, right? I'm trying to think of more autistic tips. Let's talk about the gym. Physique-wise, I will tell you something that is contrary to popular opinion. You don't need a good physique to get a woman. But 99.99% of men with shit physiques are insecure about that physique, which makes it very difficult to attract and sustain a relationship with a woman. Now, is physique gonna help? Definitely. I mean, in reality, you just can't be confident if you got a bitch boy physique. How can you be strong mentally if you're not strong physically? How can you be walking around not giving a fuck if any man on the street can beat you up? Can't be done. So, you don't need a good physique to get a woman, but you basically do. Like, I know guys, fat guys with stomachs, they get women because they seriously just don't give a shit about that fat physique. Obviously, the woman would prefer it if you've got abs, a nice V-taver, but it's not necessary. And the keepers, the queens, of course, they're gonna want you to be strong and capable. A capable physique. So, and obviously the physique will help in bed. Can't be throwing her around like a rag doll if you ain't got any muscle, you know? Anyway, more autistic tips that I can help men with for getting women on the dates. Let's talk about shit tests. I always say this word shit test, but a lot of men don't even know what a shit test is. So subconsciously, women do this thing on dates and when they're with a man worth considering, where they will test your manhood, they will test your character, and they're trying to see if you will break. And if you break, the more you break, the more you're not gonna get a second date. Some men, like seriously, they're just so ignorant, and I don't blame them because nobody ever taught them about shit tests. But they're just so ignorant. They thought the date was going so well, but it turns out this woman was giving them all sorts of shit tests on the date that they just failed. They just failed. So here's an example of a shit test that I can try and think of off the top of my mind. Ironically, it's getting harder and harder to date. So the generic ones that I can think about in my mind are probably not even being used anymore. Women are getting smarter about their shit tests. Alright, I'll give you a shit test a woman gave me. I haven't actually gone on a date with this woman yet. It'll happen, but she told me I watched too much anime. So, any response that gets reactive or insecure about that, or tries to defend myself, would be failing. No, I don't watch too much anime, blah 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 blah, giving excuses, giving reasons. Anything like that is a failure to this question. You watch too much anime. Here is what you do. I need to think of the ways. because there's a bunch. Like, actually, there's not. There's maybe like 4 or 5 ways to pass a shit test. First of all, and one that I actually do often, is just completely just fucking ignore the question. You watch too much anime, and I just look at her and our eyes, and I just don't fucking respond. Second thing you can do is deflect with cockiness and a light-hearted demeanor. No, you watch too much anime. Like, even if she doesn't watch anime at all, like, no, you watch too much anime. Like something like that, right? Third way is just absolute seriousness. No, I don't. I'm trying to think of a fourth way and a fifth way. See, there's ways to do it, but anything that entertains that question that is not in a lighthearted, cocky mood is a failure to the test. God, I'm trying to think of... I will be honest, guys, I haven't been on a date in a fat fucking minute. I'm on my... focusing on my self-arc. And I know that women these days don't even be asking the generic shit test anymore. They don't. I bet you say that to all the women is a very generic shit test that you'll hear on dates. I bet you say that to all the girls that you date. And if you say, oh no, I don't, I'm just saying that to you, like, of course you fucking fail the test. Oh no, I don't. Because most men would actually, most young guys that don't know how the fuck to date would, no, I actually only say it with you. Fuck. No. So here is the cocky, lighthearted thing I was talking about. Maybe just... Okay, so here's another way to pass the shit test. Just agree and amplify. Actually, I do. I've said it to Jessica. I've said it to Sophia. I've said it to... I'm trying to think of girl names, bro. What the fuck do... I've been seeing some weird-ass names recently. Niggas don't even be naming their kids normal names anymore. Like, some people just be naming their kids, like, fucking Emerald and shit. Cool name. Alright. I've said that to Emeralds. I've said that to... Aoko. I've said that to Rihanna. I've said that to Ariana Grande. Said that to Mina. I've said that to... Okay, that was like, I'm like kind of fucking myself over because I'm not trying to reveal any woman that I actually talk to. And I don't talk to women except for the woman I talk to, so I just don't know what women are named these days. But like, basically the idea is that like you will just like maybe just start naming a bunch of fucking women that you said, like, even if you're just joking and she's like the only girl you've ever been on a date on, just start joking and just start naming a whole bunch of fucking women that you've said that to, right? So yeah, shit tests. You will definitely get shit tested on your first date. They're not subtle if you already know what a shit test is. And if you do fail a shit test, you don't need to overthink it. You just gotta hold frame, because realizing that you failed a shit test and then like getting insecure or feeling bad about it just makes it worse. If you goof up on your first date, you say something stupid, you just have to fucking act like nothing happened. You just have to not care. Caring is the problem. Getting insecure about your goof ups are the problem. Like, if you mispronounce a word, if you like do some embarrassing shit. Holding it in your head is that you just act like nothing fucking happens. She'd be like, haha, hey, why'd you do that? Why you said the word wrong? Hey. Just fucking move on. Maybe give her a hug. Just like, like, you know? What else do I got to... First date advice. Come on, let's get it. Dating advice for men. Low voice is a bit autistic. Don't try and make your voice lower if it's... Just don't do that shit. What else here? Yeah, don't low tone max. That's a bit autistic. Guys, I am so good with women that niggas think I have mind control powers. But that's just because they don't understand women. Like, he's saying all this outlandish, all this like crazy shit to them. Like, how do they like him? And the woman, I'm not gonna say young woman because that'll make niggas get some ideas. Like the college women that are obsessed with me are also questioning why they like me, but that's just because they're not old enough to understand their nature. Like why the fuck do I like this guy? And then, like, as they're like watching all my videos and shit, like, a lot of college girls, a lot of young women question why they like me, and a lot of young men are just even more bamboozled that women like me because they don't understand women at all, and so they think I have like mind control powers. Like, he's saying all this shit, like he's saying all this like he told them, alright, I'm not gonna say what I've told the woman, that's my secret sauce, but like, damn, gotta just be unapologetically dominant, bro. See, don't get it twisted. I get the cops called on me because I'm the 5. And so it's a combination of being unapologetically dominant and knowing shit that I shouldn't know that gets the cops called on me by mostly like dads and shit, right? But like, those dads know I'm the fucking 5. Like, at this point they know I'm the 5. I have no beef with them. But of course there's gonna be drama at the start, right? But yeah, so if you're unapologetically dominant, you're not gonna get the cops called on you. Unless you're retarded. Because if you put your hand out for the fucking going in for the kiss, like, and she doesn't move her cheek in, but you still go in and kiss her anyway, like, you're just being fucking stupid, right? Context clues. And once you're with a woman long enough, it's just like y'all love each other and you can just go in for the kiss whenever you want to, right? As for kissing itself, men don't actually know how to kiss. Men aren't taught how to kiss. A kiss is her bottom lip and her top lip, or a kiss isn't 2 lips smacking. It is her top lip is here, her bottom lip is here, or the opposite. But it's like, it's not what a lot of men actually think a kiss is. It's not 2 lips smacking. It's like her lip is going like in your mouth, kind of. That's what a fucking kiss is. Like, I look retarded doing it, but it's like that's what a fucking kiss is. Just because a lot of men don't even know how the fuck to kiss. And only be doing that tongue shit if you actually know the woman, right? Whew. If y'all be doing like tongue shit on the first kiss, then y'all must have had like some sexual tension and like y'all must have known each other for a long time, and you like just decided to like do a kiss, and then y'all just like all the sexual tension is just released in the kiss. Yeah. Any more advice here? Not overthinking is a big one. When you get comfortable with her, or sorry, you should be you should be absolutely comfortable with her from the get-go. But when she gets more comfortable with you, don't be afraid to just kiss her on the cheek whenever you want to. Don't be afraid to do all this stuff. Don't be afraid to slap her in the ass, spank her in the ass. You're walking into a restaurant, just slap her in the ass as you enter. Shows dominance. The other woman there will be jealous. Yeah, see, that sounds crazy, right? You're walking into a restaurant, slap her ass as y'all are entering, bro. Will make the other woman jealous. So, anything else to say here? I've said in a tweet before, if you like Legos, be the Chad that likes Legos. Don't not like Legos. You're just shooting your own self. You're just shooting yourself in the foot. If you are fake, because you might get women, right? In fact, you'll get more women if you don't like Legos. But you won't get the right woman. That's huge. Most men are just so desperate to get women that they'll like stop liking anime. They'll stop liking the shit that they like in their hearts. They'll stop like liking manga. They'll like hide the fact that they watch anime and read manga. But you're never gonna find the right woman then. It's not about getting women, it's about getting the right woman. Porn is also a big one. I walk around and I can tell which guys jack off and which guys don't. 99% of men jack off. 99.9. Maybe like 1 in 1,000 don't. I don't. That's why I've got aura. Don't watch any porn. Don't watch any of anything, any sexual content. I don't jack off. I don't do anything like that. And so I've got aura. I've got no insecurity. Look at my eyes, bro. I've got fucking aura. Like, NoFap really does give you aura, and NoFap is autistic. You should just not jack off. When you hop on NoFap, you've mentally entered a framework in which you will never be able to quit jacking off. I'm on day 10 of NoFap, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. I'm on day 90 of NoFap and I still haven't got Goku levitation. No. You hop on NoFap, you are never going to quit jacking off. You know why? Because you have entered the framework of somebody trying to quit jacking off. You've entered the framework of somebody trying to quit jacking off. And so it will never happen. You will always be trying to quit jacking off. Even if you jacked off 5 times yesterday, this is how you quit jacking off. You jacked off 5 times yesterday, doesn't matter. I don't jack off. I don't jack off. If you're fat and you wanted to get into shape, will you ever lose the weight and get into shape if you enter the framework where you're trying to lose weight? Trying. You want to be an athlete? You're an athlete today. Oh guys, I'm trying to quit drinking. You want to quit drinking? You become the guy that doesn't drink today. That it has to enter your mental that you don't drink. I don't drink. You want to quote smoking cigarettes? Never enter a framework where you are trying to quit smoking. Let it enter your head. Become the guy that doesn't smoke today. Identity is the key to control over your minds. I did that shit like I'm fucking stabbing someone. Alright. Right. Identity is the key to self-actualization. Whatever you think yourself to be, you are. And I'm not talking about like some woke shit where, hi guys, I'm a fucking unicorn. No. But just let that sink in. It's identity. Identity actually gets you woman. If you've been trying to jack off, I mean, if you've been trying to quit jacking off, but you can't, in your subconscious, it is now ingrained that you're a fapper. You think women want to be on a date with a fapper? Do you think they want to be on a date with somebody that thinks they're a fapper? No, they don't. So even if you can't quit jacking off, never have the identity that you're a fapper. Because 99.99% of men do. And that will make it... Can't get woman, bruv. And even if you do, it'll be a shit relationship where they don't respect you, so... It's identity, guys. It's identity for the win. I should do some shots here. Sorry, not shots. I meant I should do an angle here where I'm just dangling off the fucking... Try not to drop the phone here. Alright. Wet chair. Kind of risky. Women like men that take risks. Why is that? Because safe boys are never gonna make it big. You need to be a risky, ambitious, ruthless man. You can be a guy that plays it safe and get woman. But you will be her choice B. She can't get the alpha, she'll marry you. She'll take your resources, everything, right? Alpha is a term that's clowned on. I don't care, I'm gonna use it. Women want the alpha. And if she can't get her, if she can't get him, she'll put a wedding ring on the beta and secure his resources. Any more thing to say here about woman? Maybe after this video I'll finally get this whole woman thing out of my fucking head, and I'll finally stop making tweets about women and shit. physical dominance. Don't be afraid to pull her over for a hug and a kiss. Don't be afraid to touch her body. Don't take that in a wrong way. I'm saying, maybe put your hands on her thighs if you're sitting next to each other. Right? Because most men, oh, will she get uncomfortable? You just have to take the risk and do it. If you've gotten the context clues, right? Like, if you think she likes you, things are going well, put your hands on her thighs, right? Because otherwise, this shit's never gonna get anywhere. You have to escalate as the man. It's your job to escalate. She in her head is probably thinking, right, if the date is going successful, like, why isn't this guy escalating? And then she's gonna come to the conclusion, well, you're not escalating because you're a bitch. So, as the guy, you have to escalate, which is risky biz, but you just need to not be retarded. Frame is responding and not reacting. Understand that women are going to cry. Women are just going to cry. They're emotional beings. So you don't need to take it to heart every time a woman cries. If your girlfriend's crying for some reason, oh, well, this happened 2 weeks ago and you said this like 5 days ago, and like if your girl starts crying, be that guy. Take her by the stomach, lift her up in the air, and just fucking helicopter her. Do you think women want to be with a bitch? Oh no, I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry I made you sad. Oh no, please feel better. Should we go? Here, I'll buy this thing for you, and I'll buy that thing for you, and we can go here. Maybe just tickle her. She's sad? Just fucking tickle her and make her laugh. What the fuck? What? No, honey, no. We need to go to. We can go to that restaurant. No. Tickle the bitch. Fuck. Tickle her. I'm being dead ass. Just tickle her. Tickle her. Let's start cuddling her. Like, what the fuck is this? A woman is being bad. Just make her feel better. You're gonna go fucking spend your money. No, we can go on this date. No, we can go there. No, I'm sorry. The fuck, bro? Tickle the bitch. Anything more to say about women? Y'all, as you can see, I'm not that sleepy today. There's no carbs in my system, which is why I'm actually speaking fairly coherently. But it's just I've stacked sleep deprivation, and so now my speech is just like, I don't have any speech impediments or anything like that. It's just stacked sleep deprivation that makes it a bit hard for me to speak coherently. Anyway, anything more to say about women? Women do not want a knight in shining armor. They want Aladdin, right? They want the prince. But the prince needs to be an absolute fucking G. Right? So they want that knight in shining armor. They want the prince. But not like in the fairy tales. Not a chivalrous, if that's a word. Not some nice guy with chivalry. A fucking G. No fucks given. Ruthless. Aggressive. Dominance. Confidence. A bros over hoes kind of guy. Women want bros over hoes kind of guys. I'm a bros over hoes kind of guy. That's what women want too. They don't want you to put her on a pedestal. They don't want you to put them on a pedestal. You put on a woman on a pedestal, it's done. There's no chance for you. Do not put women on pedestals. Put yourself on the pedestal. Woman's acting up. Not your problem. Ghost her. Woman's been acting up and she sends you some text like she hasn't been acting up. Don't reply. Read it and don't reply. Women want bros over hoes kind of guys. You had a plan with your friends and she starts saying she wants to go on a date. You go with your friends. The guys want a beer. You go have a beer with the guys. You had a plan with the guys, you go with the guys. Never change up on the guys. She might get sad. She might start crying. She might get mad. She might get annoyed. But never put her on a pedestal. Never make her the priority of your friends. And I'm not saying that she isn't special for being your girlfriend or your wife. But it's just, you had a plan with your friends, you go with the friends, bro. No matter what, you go with the friends. That'll be it for this video. Thank you for watching. It's the Doc Prince Definitive. Don't be afraid to be weirds. Women like weirdos. Women like eccentric men. Women like weirdos. But they don't like weirdos that don't have confidence. It's actually better if you're a weirdo. But you just gotta have confidence. You just gotta be a winner. Women fucking love weirdos. Let it be known. We have to go all the way down on the slippery ass fucking ladder. Fuck. Mid ladder climb. Shkabow. Alright guys, that was a random video that turned into how to get women for idiots by Definitive. Yeah. Guys, if a woman tells you watch too much anime, just say yeah. Yeah, I do.